Thank you for coming today to the show. Thank you for just taking a bit of time to come and listen to our mobile strategy seminar today, our session on mobile strategy. What do we know about mobile? Well, let me just go through some of the key points of where mobile is currently today. In terms of the saturation of mobile and mobile devices, it took the landline telephone over 100 years to become saturated, fully saturated as a product set. It took the TV 50 years to become a fully saturated product. PCs were roughly 20 years, but in the last 10 years what we've really seen is mobile devices and the whole mobile channel become more of a personal part of our daily routines. So it's no longer just a mobile device, it's more a mobile lifestyle. It's part of our lifestyle that we have as human beings. Some statistics, for instance, on a daily basis we touch our phone, we actually pick our phone up over 85 times on average. We embrace text messages with our friends, our family, over 40 times a day on average. This is a device that very rarely leaves our side. In terms of the amount of mobile apps there are out there at the moment, what you find is there isn't anything that we can't do with our mobile devices. For instance, when I was younger, the only way we found anything, and I'm sure some of you will follow me on this, the only way we would find anything from a search engine perspective, our search engine was the Encyclopedia Britannica. We had to pick up a book. There is a group of people in the world today, the millennials, so this is people born post kind of 1990, who will never have to do that. They will use their mobile device, they'll get answers to things in seconds. And it's not just search engines, it's the other abilities and the collaborative nature of mobile apps that allow our mobile device to become more and more conscious in our everyday life. For instance, when was the last time you had to actually get a calculator and start to add things up? We do that on our phones. Cameras, we use our phones. So it's becoming more and more that a mobile phone is not just a device, it's part of who we are as people. For instance, a new development in mobile technology in America, there is a company now who have created a tablet that you swallow, and when it works with the bacteria in your gut and sends all the medical information on how you're actually performing in terms of internally to an app on your iPhone. This is how important mobiles have become to us. This is how important our mobile devices, they can actually save our lives by sending really good information on how we are performing as people internally to an app on our iPhone. And in turn, the doctor then can make medical decisions based on fact, not rather, let's have a look at your SAR, kind of that kind of technology. Okay, so the key thing here is that mobile is a key part of who we are as people. So why is that? Well, the obvious one is that it's ubiquitous. Our phones are ubiquitous. Everybody around the world, in actual fact, there are over 5 billion of the world's 7.6 billion population that have access to a mobile device. Sometimes they have more than one device. It's personal. So I don't know if anybody here can tell me, but the top 3 uses for our mobile devices, do we think we know what they are? The top 3 uses for our mobile devices. Somebody give me a Tinder. I love it. It's not, but close enough. No, the top 3 uses for our mobile phones are very, very personal actually. It's texting, it's email, and it's social media, so nearly right on the old Tinder piece. They're the three main areas the three key areas that we use our phones for. So that's very personal to us, and this is why we wouldn't give our devices to anyone else. If I said to you, swap phones, you wouldn't do it, because it's personal to you. It's like me asking for your credit card details. We'll do that after. But it's like me asking for your credit card details, you wouldn't give me those either. So it's personal. The other key aspect of our mobile devices and that personal bond we share with them is more and more now. In the early days, you would be inundated with spam messages, with PPI messages. We've all had them to our phones. We don't tolerate that anymore. That's something we do not tolerate as people. GDPR will take that even further, so that our mobile devices will become almost sacrosanct to who we are as individuals. More importantly, mobile gives everybody around the world more accessibility to things. It makes us able to access the internet in remote places we would never have dreamed of doing it before. It makes people in third world countries have access to products and services that perhaps they wouldn't normally have had. For instance, in Nigeria, they use the mobile devices outside of the major cities where the internet is very, very remote. And prior to the mobile revolution, the mortality rate of infants who died at childbirth was huge. It was like 12 in every 100 would die at childbirth. Thanks to mobile phones and the ability to access internet services like the World Health Organization, who then can tell people a little bit more about how they should be bringing the child up from birth, the types of things that they're going to encounter and how to deal with them. They've lowered mortality rates in Nigeria from 12 in every 100 down to roughly 8 in every 100. So it's saving lives, and that's the important thing. Mobile is not just personal, it provides accessibility that ultimately makes us better and enjoy our lives better and have better lives, full stop. But equally, it's a disruptor. So the mobile phones that we have today will be, it's like the same with the newspapers. A newspaper is tomorrow's fish and chip paper. Mobiles are very much the same. What the mobile phone we have today, we won't use in another 12 months because there'll be something new there, another phone that will disrupt the way we actually talk to our customers, talk to our peers, our colleagues, etc. And what does that mean for our working lives as well? Because more and more, because of the accessibility, because phones are constantly changing the way they help us to collaborate and to talk to each other, and because technology is constantly evolving, it gives us all the opportunity to work remotely, giving us a better home life and giving us a better all-round standard of living. Our phones are addictive. We all know this. I'm telling you nothing you don't already know. We touch them 8 to 5 times a day, as I said earlier. We constantly go on social media. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Twitter, we're talking to our friends. The number 11 use of our phones, so the top 10 uses of our phones, I've already told you the top 3. So that's text, email and social media. The 11th most used aspect of our mobile phones today is actually picking it up and making a phone call. We don't need to pick up the phone and make a phone call anymore. That's the 11th most used item on our phones. We don't make phone calls with it. We're too busy texting, we're too busy making those quick social media chats and things like that than to pick the phone up. So it is addictive, and with the plethora of mobile apps that are available now, we are able to do so much more with our mobile devices, and ultimately that will lead us to being in an even more collaborative position over the next 2 or 3 years. It's a lifestyle, as I said earlier. Mobile is a lifestyle. The generation that are growing up not knowing anything different than a mobile device, will grow up in a world without barriers. So we're all sat here today. You'll be going around the event later on, and you'll be still able to keep in touch with your work colleagues. You'll still be able to answer emails, etc. And we'll do that through our mobile devices, because obviously we're not going to carry a laptop or an iPad around with us. It's all done through our mobile device. So it keeps us connected to what is fast becoming a very much a small world. The ability to be connected makes the world such a smaller place. Okay, so I guess over the last 5 years, or 5 years ago, I would have stood here and said, do we have a mobile strategy? Do you have a mobile strategy for your business? I think the thing is, now it's changed. Everybody knows that mobile is the channel of choice for 5 billion people around the globe. Everybody knows this. But more importantly, you should already have a mobile strategy in place at your business. If you don't already have a mobile strategy though, now is the time to really start to push forward and pick up the mantle for mobile, because it's a channel that is never going anywhere. It's a channel that everybody is embracing. All your customers have it, and all your customers want to be targeted via messaging, marketing, all those kinds of elements that I can get straight to my mobile device. Okay, some stats on the screen here. We sent over 80 billion text messages in the UK last year. Of those 80 billion, 7 out of every 10 people in the UK would embrace that, would use that, would actually take that message from us and perform a call to action as a result of it. Okay. So when we start to talk about a mobile strategy, we have to look at 3 key elements, and at GCI we have a formula for that. So our formula is very, very straightforward. As a business, you have to understand your audience first and foremost. What makes them tick? What data do we have on those customers? How loyal are they? When did they last purchase from you? All the kind of historic things that GCI push through our contact center solutions. So we have to understand our audience, but then equally we also have to confirm the company objectives and how we want to really push our mobile strategy. Because make no bones about it, mobile isn't just about one channel. Mobile is the original, it's the only omni-channel marketing channel that's out there at the moment. It's the only one. If you have a successful mobile strategy, you can target your customers across a plethora of different marketing avenues, social media, email, simple contact center stuff like picking up the phone and then triggering a message out to a customer after that to say, thank you for talking to me today. As we agreed, your new insurance policy starts on the 30th of the month or whatever. So confirming company objectives. What do you want to get out of the mobile strategy? And then corporate commitment. It's key that if you have a strategy that is extensive, you need a budget that is also extensive to match those needs. So the point being with mobile today, you can come into the mobile channel at any level. You can come in at a simple acquisition level, or you can come in at a loyalty level and still have the same type of strategy as your competitors, but it's what you're willing to put into it from your side, what your objectives are, what the commitment is from your business to actually achieving these things. So understanding audience, confirming company objectives, corporate commitment equals successful mobile strategy. So you see what I did there? SMS. Okay. So we have a product within GCI. It's a product called Smart Messenger. So Smart Messenger embraces the culture that we've just described. It embraces the fact that there are more people on this planet with a mobile device waiting for it to be used, to be turned on by a marketing message, to receive notifications, than there are people with access to a PC right now in the world. So we embrace that. But we also embrace 5 key unique selling points to our product set. One is price. So due to the size of our business, due to the nature of our connections with the networks in this country and abroad as well, we can offer a unique price point. So we do a number of different routes, and those can generally cut costs and save resource. We have many different people within our business who have key knowledge that they've acquired over a number of years, over many years working in the industry. So our knowledge is second to none when we come to talk to you about where you want to take mobile as a channel, and also how to take mobile and integrate it with your existing products and services as a business. We have a number of different resources available. So we work with you from the get-go to discuss your mobile strategy, where it's going, and then to really feed into your mobile strategy as a business with lots of resource, lots of information that we know will benefit you in the long run. We have a strength in depth in our product set. We have extreme levels of functionality. So you can come into our business and you can just take our text messaging module, for instance, or you can go all the way through to our coupons and loyalty module, which can be integrated into CRM systems. It can be integrated into contact center solutions to really trigger end-to-end responses from your customer base. And we've got longevity in the market. I mean, we've been doing this for the best part of 20 years, which, when you consider our mobile devices are turned 20 last year, we've been doing this since the beginning, really, and we're very good at what we do. Okay, so our product set works at all stages of the customer life cycle. So you can use our services if you are looking to target and acquire new business. You can use our services as an onboarding mechanism via a simple website. You sign up to the website, you purchase something, I then sign in with put my details in, put my mobile number in, and I get a notification straight away. As soon as I get that notification, two things have happened. One, I'm saying to you, it's okay to text me. I'm in the loop now. You can text me with updates, notifications, etc. And two, I've got instant communication with you. So as a business, you're showing me that you care about me as a customer. We go on then to how do we serve our customers? How do we serve our customers? Well, a lot of the time as a customer, I want quick and easy information. I want to be able to access information in a really fast and secure manner. Text messaging gives us that. The ability to send somebody who's had a bad time with you as a customer a coupon digitally. Here's a coupon, that'll get you a free coffee the next time you're in Starbucks, for instance. It's really cool. It makes you feel like you are being treated as a personal customer rather than a number on somebody's database or CRM system. But how do we grow? How can we use mobile to grow our customer relationships? Well, because of the plethora of mobile apps that are out there in the market at the moment, we can use mobile apps as a way of ingratiating ourselves with the customer, of that customer finding out more about us as a company, signing up for services in a much faster, quicker manner. So we can grow with the mobile channel. And then finally, our loyalty offering. We can adapt people to want to work with us more via the mobile channel. We can ask them to sign up for loyalty and rewards offers via the mobile channel, and in real time get responses back from them when they've performed a call to action or not, as the case may be. If they don't perform a call to action when we ask for their loyalty, we can trigger a further message out to them at a later date automatically to try and add them to that pot at a later date as well. Okay, so what do we do? 3 key elements: SMS and MMS messaging, coupons and loyalty, and then we have a modular My Applications interface, which allows you to select the ability to create your own mobile app, to create your own mobile landing page for one-off campaigns, to even just down to checking the validity of your data by doing a quick data purge, which is direct with the networks to see if those numbers are still actually live that you've had in your database for a while. So we can even cleanse your data as an ongoing thing. Okay, so as you can see from this is a screenshot of our platform. It's new for 2018 in terms of the look and feel, the user experience. Everything we do in this is very much via a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. So as you're filling in all your details or your information, you're seeing in real time how that message will look when it goes out to the customer. You can choose your routes, etc. Very, very simple and easy to use. Okay, why use Smart Messenger? Why work with us? Well, we can lower your operating costs for one. We can track customer data and capture customer data that perhaps other systems can't do in one solution. We can increase your ROI and give you a better return for your marketing investment. And we have a suite of automated stop processes. So from a GDPR perspective, we're fully compliant with the current law around GDPR and data protection. Okay, I just want to talk now, because we're running over, I just want to talk now about the future for mobile. So everything I've said today, you already know, you already get that. And I'm sure you've all got your own mobile strategies in place. How good they are depends on whether your provider is looking at the future. So the future for messaging and future for digital in general is a fully connected world. In the morning, I want to be able to say to Siri or Alexa, well, actually, 10 years time, you'll probably be able to say, Alexa, make me my breakfast, and she'll make you breakfast. I'm not sure how my wife will feel about that, but yeah. So from the moment you leave the house, you get into a car. Every car that was made since 2009 has a built-in SIM in the car. They're not activated on all cars yet. Tesla have activated their SIMs on their cars, which has opened a whole world of possibilities. So now you can actually have somebody come to your house with a package. Say Amazon come to your house with a package. They can then actually leave the package in your car, because via your app on your phone, you've talked to the SIM that's in your car, opened up your boot, put the package in the boot, you're not home. Fantastic. So we're going to see a more connected world. Equally, we're going to see rich media replacing the common text message. So it will no longer be enough just to send somebody a text. You'll send them a video, and that video will be interactive. I'll be able to play with the video and look at it and engage with it going forward. Now, where we use video content in messaging, it provides 27% increase on return of investment, on call to action, and a much higher return on investment compared to traditional text messaging. Our phones will become our wallets and our keys as well. So in terms of the ability to pay for things, Apple Pay is already around. It's not really overused yet. It's not really reached a saturation point. We will be able to use our phones when we go to, I'm staying at the hotel down the road actually, we'll be able to use our phones to actually get into our rooms as a standard thing. And from a retail perspective, combine all that together, I can be driving in my car and receive a text message or a video to my phone saying, "Hi Scott, we know you travel down the M6 every morning, God help you. Why not stop off at the local petrol station for a free coffee on us?" And they know where I am at that particular time. So we'll become a lot more connected on all our devices, whether we're in the car, whether we're at work, whether we are out socialising. And finally, artificial intelligence advancements will allow us to become a lot more collaborative and productive in our work-life environment. I've overrun. Have I got 3 minutes left? Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so artificial intelligence advancements will allow us to actually become a lot more productive, a lot more collaborative in terms of how we use mobile as a channel. We will be able to converse not with people, but with bots who will have an understanding of how, via machine learning, how we actually want to be talked to, how we want to receive our marketing in the future, how we want to receive our notifications. So it'll become a lot less labour intensive and more and less resource driven from a marketing perspective. All these elements that we've talked about today, the clever content, the video related, increased ROI, better call to action, marketing of images and all that kind of good stuff will become the norm over the next 5 years. Already the big networks are working on rich media as a way of as a call to action for certainly for things like, you know, you're going on an airplane, you get a booking form, you get the booking slip to your phone. That will come in the form of an interactive video which can do a plethora of other things. It can talk about your seat, the way you're going to be embraced when you get on the plane. It can do more from a brand perspective than we can today. So look out for that in the future as well. More brand opportunities, more interactive access from a mobile device, videos that will give us clever content, and artificial intelligence to play a massive part in creating this connected world that everybody goes on about, but actually is closer than we think.